Hello, I'm Jerry Mazer, and this is my wife, JoAnne Zimmerman. We live in Van Wert, Ohio, and we're the proud owners of a geothermal waterless system. Today, we're going to talk about the benefits of geothermal from our perspective. When we built this home, we researched geothermal because we wanted to have the latest state-of-the-art heat system to reduce our cost. Both JoAnne and I had come together 4 years ago. She was living in an apartment that cost her, I don't know how much money.
About $400 a month from November through March to heat a 600 square foot apartment.
And I had a home of 3,600 square feet with 3 reverse cycle heat pump systems that cost me $850 a month for 3 months each during January, February, and March. So our objective was to reduce our cost. And in researching, the best way to do that would be through a waterless geothermal system.
I was skeptical at first because I didn't know enough about it. And once I understood the science of it, I felt much better about it. But it's proven itself.
Yeah, it's given that geothermal waterless system is more expensive than your normal heating system. In a house of this size, you'd probably spend $10,000 or $12,000 for a heating system, the old technology. This cost substantially more, but we had a 30% rebate from the feds, which helped offset the cost. But we were told by Keith that our cost annually would be under $750 a year. And it's been proven to be true. Our cost actually for the first year for the geothermal waterless system was $350. That was all of our electricity, and we're really pleased with the results. So the payoff on that's going to be less than 7 years.
The other benefits is the evenness of the heat. We set one temperature. We don't even think about the heat coming on or off. You don't even hear it. And the other benefit that I truly appreciate is the house is practically dust-free. The system is so clean and quiet. So it met all of our needs.
Speaking of quiet, we don't have any units on the outside of the house. Our neighbors have air conditioners, compressors, and we hear them all the time. We say, I wish they had a geothermal system because we don't hear ours. The filtration system is important. And I think if you're going to do this type of system, you want to spend the money on the filtration systems. We have both the UV filter and also the electronic filter that neutralizes the dust and collects the dust. So I think if you're going to do it right, and you'll be happy with it.
Especially if you have allergies. I used to have terrible allergies with pollen, and this spring and summer, I didn't suffer at all from that.
They confirmed that we were using the proper insulation, the proper windows, and the house is being built so that it would be most efficient. And they were very helpful in overseeing that part of the construction project. And it's been proven that everything they told us has been true. And they're very responsive, and we couldn't ask for better service.
I most appreciate the showroom. They have a whole setup where you can see exactly what geothermal is and how it goes into the ground and how they set it up in your house.
We originally planned on putting it in a backyard. Turned out it was more convenient to put it in the front, so we just moved the location over there, and the well driller came out and did his thing, and away we go, So we're really, really happy with the way it went. Well, we also have a see-through fireplace here, and we turn that on occasionally. So with our gas and our electricity, we're living in this house for $2,000 roughly a year on utilities. So, and when you get to be a senior citizen, you start looking at ways to save money. I view the equipment that's provided to be clean, quiet, and it's all isolated in one little cubicle in our basement as far as the hot water heater and an air handler unit and the geothermal compressors are in one little room, and we don't hear from them. It's very quiet. And the heat and temperature in the house is consistent up and down throughout the entire house. You can walk from one room to the next without feeling a great differential in the temperature.
In other homes I've lived in, you set the thermostat, and then as the temperature in the house drops, you feel chilly and you're waiting for the heat to kick on to bring the house back up to temperature. There, you do not have that with the Waterless geothermal system. The house never feels chilly. You never feel that drop in temperature. The heat, it comes on, the house stays an even temperature. You don't even hear that the heat is on, which I really love. You don't get that blast of hot air rushing through your house. And as my husband said, we can go into the back closet, downstairs in the basement, any room in this house, and you do not ever feel a temperature change.
Now, we've had a couple issues. I want to be clear on that. Our house developed a small vibration. We had a vibration that we could sense, and it was coming through the concrete floor. And they re-evaluated the isolation under the unit, installed new isolation, and eliminated the problem immediately. But in other situations, that might not have been a problem or an issue. So anything that we come up with, we talk to them. And if there's a fix, or if there isn't a fix, if there's an issue, they'll come on and inspect it, figure out something to take care of your concern.
Their responsiveness to our needs has been excellent.
And I've been in the service business for 40 years, so I know what it's like. It's not an easy task to satisfy customers. And believe me, they have a way of doing that.